Let me explain to you this in the simplest way possible, because if you want people to understand what you're saying, you have to be as simple as possible. So people often ask, like, hey Albright, how can I stop thinking about anxiety 24/7? And that's a very legit question, because when I was struggling with anxiety, when someone said that, I only have, anxiety sometimes I don't have. Okay, that's also anxiety, but it's mild. Then there is chronic anxiety, where that's all you think about. You have anxiety 24/7, you have symptoms 24/7. You're like, will like you have even forgotten your life pre-anxiety, because that's all you think about. You literally think about anxiety 24/7. That's it. So people often ask, like, hey coach, how can I stop thinking about anxiety 24/7? And I want to explain this. First of all, I'm always like, it's not about stopping anything. It's not about getting rid of anything. It's about being okay with everything. Avoid using the vocabulary stop, because it's not about stopping anything. It's about learning to live with these symptoms. So what I was saying, yeah, how do I stop thinking about anxiety 24/7? And I want to explain to you this. When you started experiencing anxiety, your first symptom, or when that life event happened, or when that panic attack happened, you started worrying. Okay, what is this panic attack? You started worrying, you started getting afraid of ever getting it again. You started being fragile. Now your brain was in the constant worry. You are there waiting for your next panic attack. Like, what might have caused this panic attack? What if it's happened again? What should I do? What if I'm gonna die? So it's always the constant, cycle of thinking. For example, it was, that life event that, got you down, and you started thinking about that scenario, started worrying about it. How can I be able to get out of this situation? Blah blah blah. What if? And as a result, because anxiety is brought by excess worry, so as a result, you started having other symptoms. You started having the heart palpitations, the chest pains, the restlessness, the breathing issues. And now you are worried. You start looking, okay, now what might have caused these symptoms? What can I do? You're trying to think your way out of anxiety. You're trying to think about these symptoms one by one. You're trying to think about how can you be able to get out of this situation. And so you see, this constant thinking, this constant worrying, this constant engaging your mind, that's how you have wired your brain for a period of time, for months, for years. So when you say you want to stop thinking about anxiety, it's not something that's gonna happen in a snap of a finger. It's not something that's gonna happen the next week, because that's how your brain is wired. Your brain is used to thinking because of your past, how you conditioned your brain. Like, you had, before you developed all these symptoms, you had worried. Now you again are having these symptoms. You're worrying of, what is this? What can I do? Is this? What if I die? What if it's this? You worry and worry and worry. So your brain, that's